Hey everybody, Walking Man Walks back again with another video. I found a nice quiet cove here on Boracay. Super nice beach. So, let's get right into it. What I want to talk about today is dating Filipinas and their families and money. So you've heard a lot about this from bloggers, I'm sure, but the problem is real. Now my Filipina, she doesn't want to tell me most of the time when our family asks for money, but for last week, for instance, we had an issue with her sister. A sister who's married to another woman. They're a great couple, I like them, but her sister wanted me to give her 5,000 pesos, about $100, so they could buy a TV, and I said absolutely not. Now I've loaned her mom money, 5,000 pesos, $100, to hire a tractor so she could easily plant her rice and corn seeds last year, which I didn't mind doing. She paid us back 1,500 of it already. That's a ton of money for them. But her sister was basically demanding the 5,000 pesos because they needed a TV. And my point was, I don't even have a TV here in the Philippines. Not that I can't afford one, but I don't see the point being in paradise and sitting around and watching TV all day. And her sister, whose wife is a firewoman, works hard and makes a decent salary for here. And I told them they could just save up and buy a TV if they want. But she demanded that 5,000 pesos is what I should give her for a TV. And the more she demanded, the harder I resisted, obviously. So that's the kind of issues you're going to run into. I also had her brother. She has 9 brothers and sisters, my girlfriend's grant you. I had her brother ask me for 2,000 pesos this year to buy seed for his farm. Now the reason why they don't have seed for their farm and they need to hire tractors is because Filipinos have a bad habit that when they get money, they don't know what a bank account is. Nobody in her family except for her, because of me, have a bank account. So they don't save money. When they get money, they see it as, well, we got to spend it right away on whatever, not necessarily necessities. But I don't want to encourage these bad habits, and I don't want to encourage them to count on me when they need money. Yeah, if they're in dire straits, they need seeds for their farm. That's her brother's livelihood. Sure, I'll lend them 2,000 pesos, $40. And my girlfriend insists that he's the type of guy that pays it back. But in my experience with Filipinos, if you're going to lend them money, just give it to them, because I'm not going to chase people around for $40 or $100. I'd rather just give it to them, and if they feel like they need to pay me back, then great, they can pay me back. But if they're not going to pay me back, I'm not going to sweat over it. I don't want to be a collector. I don't want to have to find people for money. So if I'm going to lend somebody, I make sure it's the amount of money where I could just take the loss and give it to them. In fact, when her mom asked me for the 5,000, they asked me for 10,000 initially, and I said, how about this? I'll give you 5,000 and you don't have to pay me back. But my girlfriend insists that they pay me back, so she's already gotten 1,500 pesos back. But I told her, whatever you get back from them, you just put in your bank account and you keep it. And that's probably the reason why she insisted they pay him back. Not really, I'm just kidding. She's good about money. My girlfriend herself is very, very aware of my money and doesn't just spend it haphazardly. She's always worried about what things cost, and she tells me if things are too much and if they're too expensive, which is, I think, a noble trait, and I like that about her. She knows the value of money, and she knows I work hard for my money when I'm in the States. So she doesn't just try and spend it as much as she can, which makes me believe that she's honest. I mean, we've been together for a year. I know she's not using me for my money. She loves me for me. But the family is a different story altogether. So just know that if you're going to date a Filipino, they love their families. My girlfriend isn't as devoted to her family as some Filipinos are. You've heard all the nightmares about Filipinos taking advantage of guys and using them for their money, and then as soon as they say the American or Western man builds them a house, they divorce them. I have no fear of that with my Filipina. If I did, I wouldn't be dating her. So anyway, I just wanted to make a quick video about what you've heard is true. Filipinos families are gonna ask you for money. You just have to have a certain amount you're willing to lose. It's okay to give them some money. I don't mind giving, like her mom is watching our cats while we're in Boracay. I gave her 1,000 pesos while we were gone, 20 bucks, which is a lot of money for them to watch the cats, and I'll probably give them another 1,000 pesos when we get back. It's gonna be, 21 days altogether by the time we get back, so to me that's worth it. It's not a crazy amount of money. But anyway, just a quick PSA: if you're gonna date a Filipina, expect her family to ask you for money. And if it's for frivolous, ridiculous things like her sister needs a TV, who doesn't have a job, by the way, she just wants to sit around and watch TV all day, I'm not gonna pay for that. I'm not gonna even entertain that. And my girlfriend is 100% on board with me not giving her sister the money for the TV. Okay, so this is beautiful Boracay. I found this nice spot down the beach. If you come here, you could expect to pay $30 to $50 a night for a room, depending on what you want. Of course, you could pay $400 a night if you want the fanciest accommodations here. But me, I'm just an average working guy, so we're paying about $30 a night for our room now. It's got air conditioning, it's very clean, it's pretty nice, it's kind of small. The last place we had for about $40 a night was obviously a little bigger. If I could do it again, I'd probably stay at the first place the whole time, but it wasn't available. So anyway, if you get a chance to come to Boracay, do it. It's beautiful, it's great. Besides all the solicitors on the beach trying to sell you things every 5 minutes, which I can't stand, it's a great place to visit. Okay, I'll be back for another video in a few days. Take care.